Hello, hello. All right, so we have around 60, 65, 70 people in the meet. That's amazing. Yesterday's strength was a little more, so I know that more people are going to join in. So no worries regarding that. But yes, how was everyone's Friday? Was it good? Is everyone excited for their weekends? Great, great, perfect. And another thing is, how many of you guys did attend yesterday's class? So first things first, how many of you guys attended yesterday's class? Okay, so I see a lot of plus ones and me's. That is nice. And I do see a few no's as well. Okay, so guys, just a quick introduction. I'm Avi Vashisht and I'll be your instructor for the next 3 more days. And this was a 4-day boot camp, but this is a 4-day boot camp which is going on. And sure, I'll be sharing the PDF in the group as well. Don't worry about that. Right. And yes, this is your front-end bootcamp where we'll be building your personal website or your personal portfolio from scratch, right? And yesterday was just the first orientation class, introduction class, and we learned about a lot of introductory topics. And I'll be revising those topics as well. So those people who did not attend yesterday's class, do not worry. We'll be covering everything from scratch, right? So I'll be telling you guys about yesterday's lecture as well. Okay. So again, can you just summarize? Yes, I'll summarize yesterday's class. So just let me quickly tell you guys that again, yesterday was day one. We'll be having 5 such days, right? Today is day two, session two, where we'll be talking strictly and only about HTML, right? So, but first things first, I would want to revise yesterday's class. So again, for those of you guys who haven't attended yesterday's class, please pay attention to the next 10 minutes because I will quickly revise each and everything. Right. So again, can I get a plus one from only those students who were not there yesterday? A plus one from only those students. Okay. So we have around five. So wow, a lot of you guys were not there yesterday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wow, I've lost count. So just to make sure, you guys are all the students who did not attend yesterday's class, right? Guys, only leave a plus one if you guys haven't attended yesterday's class, if you were not there. Okay, I see a lot of new sprints. All right, perfect. That's good. That's good. Great, guys. So do not worry. I'm going to quickly revise whatever we learned yesterday, right? And what did we learn yesterday was the basics. Okay. So first things first, since this bootcamp is about front end and about making websites, I started with the most basic topic of what is internet and how is the internet actually working. So what did we discuss yesterday, guys, to the students who were there, right? We discussed what is the internet. We said that the internet is made up of two words, right? It is inter and net. Inter meaning interconnection, inter meaning interconnection, and obviously net meaning network, right? How many of you guys remember this? This is socialize. They call it networking, right? When a group of people combine together to socialize, to communicate, when a group of people communicate together, we call it as networking, right? We say that college is a great place for networking. How do businesses succeed? How do businesses grow? Businesses grow through networking, right? So we say that when a group of people come together and network together, right, that means they communicate together. That means they're growing together or they are interlinked together. And that is what is called as networking. Now imagine that you can have various different networks, right? This is network A. Then over here you have another group of people, right? Then over here we have a third group of people. So when all of these groups of people, when this network, individually, all of these are networks, right? when these three networks combine together or communicate together, right? This is what we call as the interconnection of networks, right? Is this making sense? Am I audible, guys? I should be audible, right? Okay. All right. Let me just quickly revise. So basically what I was saying was that these are three networks, right? Individually, these are three networks that we have. Let me just erase all of this that I wrote so that I can quickly tell you guys again. So what I have on the screen is, wow, this eraser is really small. Okay. Okay, great, great. Now I am audible. All right. So what I wanted to tell you guys was that over here we have three networks. We have network A, we have network B, and we have network C. When these three networks come together to communicate, right? This entire point is what we call as the interconnection of networks, right? So is this clear? Internet is made up of two words, inter and net. Net meaning network, inter meaning interconnection, right? Then over here, what did we define as a network? Any group of people who are communicating, or any group of entities, right? Any entity, be it a people, be it be it other different species, be it a computer, be it anything, right? When different entities, when they talk together and they together form as a network, that is what we call as a network, right? So even businesses network together to grow. So at the end of the day, when we have different networks, this is one network of people, this is another network of people, this is a third network of people. When these three networks come together, this point is what we would call as the interconnection of networks. Is this clear to everyone? To all the 100 people in the meeting right now, please tell me, guys. We are just revising what we did yesterday, right? And this is what I defined as the internet. I told you guys that is actually the internet is actually nothing but the interconnection of networks of computers. That the internet is just the interconnection of networks of computers. And that is what the internet is, right? We use internet to communicate. We use internet to communicate. The primary need for the internet was to communicate. And why am I saying to communicate? Right? Because communication means transfer of data, transfer of information. So the basic need of the internet was to transfer information, right? Now that information can be of any data type. It can be my voice that you can see. It can be my screen that you can see. It can be my face that you guys can see, right? The internet is used to just transfer data, right? And this data can be anything. You guys can consume data through the form of YouTube, which is videos, or through the form of email, right? Gmail, right? Or through the form of SMSs, right? Or through the form of video conferencing, Zoom, right? Or voice calls as well, right? Or in general, pages of data, written data, right? So you need to understand that in this lecture series, in this bootcamp, we will not learn how to create YouTube. We will not learn how to send emails. We will not learn how to chat with people. We will not learn how to start a video conferencing. We will not learn how to communicate through voice calls over the internet. What we are only worried about is this pages of data that is being transferred through the internet. And these pages of data is what we call as a website, or more importantly, what we call as a web page. So what is a web page? Any page that I visit on the internet, be it Wikipedia, be it Notion page, be it this Jamboard, right? Any website that I visit has a web page. Google.com has a web page, right? If I go to Wikipedia, we went to Wikipedia yesterday also, and let's say I search for an apple. Right, let's go to the Apple website. They recently launched their 15th iPhone, right? Uh, iPhone 15. So yeah, what is this? This is just a web page about Apple, the company Apple. Correct. So at the end of the day, you need to understand that in this bootcamp, we're not going to worry about, the other aspects of the internet. The internet is like an ocean. We just want to focus on one little bucket, right? And that one little bucket is another ocean in itself. It's like a universe, right? With different galaxies. So the only galaxy that we are focusing on is the galaxy of websites and web pages. How are these formed? What do we need to do? How do we create these? At the end of the day, a website is also nothing but it's just textual information, right? It's just data that you can read, you can copy, you can share. It has images as well. These are images that it has. Sometimes it even has videos, right? YouTube is at the end of the day a website, a web page which has videos, right? So you need to understand that what we'll be worrying about is just this. So please tell me if everyone has understood, right? Can I start with today's lecture of what is HTML? Because these websites or these web pages, so again, a web page is a single page and multiple web pages. When I have multiple web pages, right? A group of web pages is what I would call as a website. A website like AccioJob.com. AccioJob.com has so many different pages, guys. It has so many different pages. Look at this. This is a page. 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 All of these are pages, right? In fact, AccioJob's website has more pages as well. Just go to AccioJob.com. Right? Every course has a page. Data analytics has a page, right? Then similarly, you can have MERN Stack has a page, right? All of the different courses has a page. Java full stack has a page. So all of these individually are web pages, but together it forms a website. Please tell me if everyone has understood this also. That individually all of these are just web pages. Web page is nothing but it's just a document. Individually, these are just web pages, but together they form a website. Understood? Great, great. Perfect, guys. All right. So has everyone understood and can we begin with today's class? Because I know a lot of you guys are new. So did I do my justice of just giving you guys a quick introduction of what the internet is? But I would still want you guys to just go and watch yesterday's lecture. So if you don't know how to see that, all you need to do is go to precourse.acciojob.com, go to this free bootcamp because this is a free bootcamp. You don't have to pay any fees for these 4 days, right? But again, if you guys are aware, AccioJob at the end of the day, we have 3 different programs for you guys. There's partial pay after placement, there's full pay after placement. So for that, you will have to watch yesterday's recording because once you watch yesterday's recording, right, you will understand what is happening. Yesterday, we had an orientation session with our CEO, and after that, you guys met me, right? So our CEO, Yash Vardhan sir, he introduced everything so nicely. So I would suggest that you guys go to session 1 and please watch yesterday's recording. All of you guys should watch yesterday's recording and solve yesterday's assignments as well, which I might, if I get time, I will solve today, but I have to cover a lot of syllabus today. So I would first want to cover the syllabus and then we'll solve the assignments. Okay, guys. So please do solve these assignments. And today's session 2, and today's session is about introduction to HTML. So I think we can get started with today's lecture then. Agreed. And before that, before I talk to you guys about a little theory, I would want all of you guys to quickly download VS Code. What is VS Code? VS Code is this application we'll be using to code, right? And I'll tell you why. So I think everyone should know about MS Paint and MS Word and Microsoft PowerPoint, Google Docs. Is everyone aware about these things? Microsoft Office, right? I want a yes from everyone. I think everyone should be aware of what MS Paint is, MS Word, MS PowerPoint, MS Excel, right? Basic computer things. Now, my question to you guys is, please tell me that, okay, if I want to create a PowerPoint, can I create it on Google MS Excel or Google Sheets? Or do I need to specifically go to MS PowerPoint? I will have to specifically go. If I want to create a, let's say I want to create a MS Word document. Can I go to MS Paint and create a Word document? Or do I have to go to MS Word to create that? So basically, for whatever you want to create, there is an application, right? So just like that, if I want to code, can I start coding anywhere? Can I open MS Excel and start coding, Google Sheets and start coding? Can I open Microsoft PowerPoint, Power Paint, whatever, and start coding? No, right? So just like every application has some, every document has an application, just like that, we'll be using VS Code to do all of our coding, right? Yes, we usually do, but I'll tell you why we are using VS Code also. So again, VS Code is obviously one of the best IDEs, they are called. So what is a VS Code? VS Code is your IDE. Let me just tell you what VS Code is as well. It is what we call as an IDE, an integrated development environment. So this is what your VS Code is. It is an integrated development environment, which is just a fancy way of saying it is an app where we'll be coding. It's a coding app, right? Now let me just open my VS Code because I already have it installed. So I would want you guys to quickly download VS Code for me and I'll tell you what all we can do with it, right? So I'm going to give you guys, do this during the break time. Okay, I will give you guys a break at 9 p.m. today. So you guys will have a break today and you can download VS Code during the break time. Right now, don't waste your time on this. And anyways, other than that, let's just quickly come back to our main coding logic. For some reason, I was logged out, my bad. But okay. So today's lecture is about coding and it is about making these websites. All right. Today's code is about making these websites. Also, guys, just give me a second. Just give me a second. All right. I'm so sorry for that, guys. But okay. Yes. So let's get started. Okay. So we were talking about how websites were web pages. Correct? Do I have everyone with me? Or did you all quickly take a 2-minute break while I was gone? Is everyone here? Leave a +1 if everyone is here. Yes, yes, there will be a recorded session. Don't worry. Okay, great. So guys, we talked about how websites are nothing but they are web pages. Now, what is this web page? What is a web page? And there's actually a one-word answer to this. There's actually a one-word answer to this. What is a web page? A web page is nothing but it is an HTML document. HTML document. And this HTML is what we'll be learning today. So a web page is nothing but it's an HTML document. Just like you have a .pdf document. What is a .pdf, .doc or .docx now? .ppt, .excel, right? XLS, .csv, .png, .jpg or jpeg, .gif. What are these things, guys? MP4, .mp3, .avi. There's an extension by my name also. What are these things? Extensions? Exactly. Extensions for a file. So just like there are these extensions, there is an extension called .html. And this is what we call as an HTML file or an HTML document. Make sense? Do you guys think this makes sense, right? Very basic. Just like there is .ppt, .everything, there is a .html file also. That is what we call as an HTML document. Exactly. Now, what does HTML stand for? It has a full form. The full form is Hypertext Markup Language. And I will tell you what that means also, but don't worry about that right now. But okay. So .html files will be created. Now I want to show this to you in real life. I want to show this to you guys that I am not scamming you, right? And every file on this planet, on this, not every file on this planet, I'm so sorry. In our Google Chrome, whatever website I open on Google Chrome will be a .html file. And I will show that to you. Okay, let's go to apple.com only. Let's go to apple.com. Right, this is Apple's official website. What I will do is, obviously this website will take some time, but okay. Right, if I inspect element, all you need to do is right click and click on inspect element. You will see that over here there is certain code, but this code begins with doc type HTML. Doc type, document type is HTML. So Apple's website is an HTML file. Okay. Let's go to what else website? What other website can we go to? Let's go to AccioJob's website. Right. AccioJob.com. Let's go to AccioJob.com. Let's inspect element. What do we see over here? Doc type HTML. Okay. So even AccioJob's website is an HTML document. Okay. Let's go to this website only. Right. Inspect element. Again, an HTML document. Okay. Let's go to google.com. At least google.com might be something else, right? What is this? Even this is an HTML document. Okay, wow. Let's go to facebook.com or youtube.com. Right, let's go to youtube@acciojob.com. If I inspect, I can see that even YouTube is an this thing. Even YouTube is an HTML document. So what am I realizing, guys? That every web page, be it AccioJob, be it YouTube, be it Google, be it Amazon, be it Apple, be it Samsung, whatever the website may be, it will always be an HTML document, right? And I know people say that, you can make websites using React. You can make website using Vue.js. You can make websites using Angular, right? Angular. You can make websites using so many different things. But trust me, all of these things also end up making an HTML document over it. HTML document is the basic of every website. It's the basis of every website. And why am I saying this? It's similar to saying that how oxygen and water is the basis of life, right? They say water is the basis of life. Oxygen is the basis of life, right? Just like that, HTML is the basis of every website on this planet, every website, right? All of these things, React, Vue.js, Angular, Next.js, all of these things are secondary. All of these things will come later. Before everything, what will come is an HTML document. And that is why we will today learn how to create our first HTML document. Is everyone with me so far? Please tell me if everyone, is this making sense to everyone? Yes. So let's get started with the coding part. Okay, great. Great. Let's get started with the coding part. So now, guys, what you need to do is I will teach you guys a little about VS Code so that you guys can understand that as well. So see, what you need to do is I'll tell you guys about VS Code a little. Let's create a new folder. And in this folder, let me call this as HTML or my first website. Let me just create a new folder and call it as my first website. And where is this? This is on my desktop, right? So you guys will also create a folder in your desktop. Now there are two things. Open your VS Code. Either you will open the folder using the VS Code like this, click on open and go to your folder. Okay. Once you open the folder, you will see everything over here. All right. Either you do this, or what you will do is get rid of this, have a new window of your VS Code, and just drag and drop this folder. So what I did was I just opened this folder using my VS Code application. That is step one. Is this clear to everyone? All you need to do is just download VS Code, obviously, from the internet. After that, just create a new folder and open that folder over here. Right. Repeat once again. Okay. So what I did, guys, I opened my VS Code. I opened my VS Code. My VS Code looks like this. Right now, there's nothing open. There's no folder open. What I will do is either you will click on open a folder, right? I have created a folder over here. I have created a folder over here and I've called it my first website. Can everyone see this folder, my first website? Now what I have done is I have just put this folder over here. I need to open it in my VS Code. So either you will use this open button or this open button to open your my first website folder and you will open this. Either you will open it like this. Okay, now my first website is open. The folder is open. Or there's a newer way or a better way of doing that. And that is by just dragging this folder and dropping it over here. Just like you drag and drop files. Once you do that, your folder is open. Right. Now I will show you guys some magic. The magic is that you can create new files. So all you need to do is you need to press on this button. This button will create a new file. You will create a new file and call it index.html. Just like you would have created an image called image.png or image.pdf or docx, right? Or anything, right? myfile.png. And this would be an image, even though this image has nothing, right? So all you need to do is just create index.html and that's it. And if you open this folder now, you will see that there is an index.html over here also. So basically what I did was I created a file using my VS Code, right? And that is the best thing about VS Code, that you can create files using VS Code. Please tell me if this is clear. All you had to do was once your folder is opened, once your folder was opened, just you need to create a new file by clicking over here and create a new file. And you can name it whatever you want, right? Just put a .html and it will become a .html file. Is this clear to everyone? Yes. You can create a folder through VS Code or normally just create a folder in your desktop and open that folder in VS Code, right? Once you do that, just create a file and call it index.html and this will be your main file. Okay. Is this clear to everyone? Basic usage of VS Code we did. Right? Everyone agrees so far? Okay. Now what you need to do is, guys, I would want you guys to go to this extensions tab. Okay. Now VS Code has these extensions, just like Google Chrome has extensions. Does everyone know that Google Chrome has extensions? Yes. Okay, somebody has asked me to repeat. So let me quickly repeat. So what I did was, first step was create a folder in your desktop, open VS Code, open that folder in your desktop, in your VS Code, and just create a file by using this button. Or you can go over here and say new file, right? And even that will create a new file. And then you can create any file that you want. Okay, create a new file. Now I was talking to you guys about extensions. Okay. So do you guys know about Google Chrome extensions? No? Okay. All right. So guys, different applications have these extensions, and what those means is basically you can import different apps, different pieces of code. So what we're going to do is you will click on extensions. Okay, this button with these boxes. Click on this and search for live server. All you need to do is go over here on extensions and click on this live server, and this is the live server from Ritvik Day that you want. And just click on install. Okay, just click on install. All right. All you need to do is go to extensions, click on live server and install. And I'll tell you why we are doing this. Once you do this, you will have this go live button over here. And using this go live button, you can run your HTML code and a website will open. Right. Okay. Does this make sense? Again, just to quickly repeat. Yes. All you need to do is go to extensions, click on live server, and when you click on live server, this is the one that you want, and please install this. Once you install this, right? Once you install this, you will see that over here you get a button called Go Live. Over here at the bottom, immediately you will see a button called Go Live. Okay, and just use this button to go live. And I'll tell you what that means. So guys, okay, I'll tell that to you in just a second. Don't worry about that right now. Right now, just focus on the code that I'm writing. Okay. So what I'm writing is now the structure of an HTML website. Every HTML website will start with HTML and end with HTML. So you need to understand that HTML has mainly two things. It has the head and it has the body. Okay. You need to understand that what am I writing right now? Okay. So let's go to our Jamboard and let me explain to you guys what an HTML document will look like. Let me give you guys an example, guys. So let's say I go to Google Sheets. And I create a blank. This is how an Excel sheet looks like. I think everyone must have seen what an Excel sheet looks like, right? Yes. I will repeat everything. Don't worry about that. So this is what an Excel sheet looks like. Now, the Excel sheet obviously has these cells, right? Did you guys ever question that why does Excel look like this? It just does, right? It is a rule that every Excel sheet will look like this only. It will have columns. The column will start from an A. It will have 1. B, it will have 1. C, it will have 1, right? Everyone has agreed that by default only Excel sheet looks like this. Nobody is questioning this, right? So just like that, there is a structure for an HTML file. And nobody should question that. The structure is that your HTML document will start with a HTML tag. So these tags, these angular brackets, and there will be a word written inside of this. Right. So this thing is what we call as a tag. So there is a starting tag and then there is a closing tag. So the way it looks like this is normal HTML and a slash, a forward slash, right? So the way it looks like is HTML and then slash HTML. So all of your code will be between these two things. This is the starting point of your code and this is the ending point of your code. So this is the closing tag and this is the starting tag. So basically, this is where your code will be. This is where your code will be. All right. In between of here. Is that clear to everyone? Now your HTML document has two parts. It will have a head. Even the head will start and the head will end. Just like our head starts and our head ends. Then there will be a body. Again, just like our body starts and our body ends, it will also end. So there will be a starting point of your head and an ending point. And after that, your body will start, and then your body will end. And then your HTML doc will end. So basically, it is like the human anatomy. Just like, so I would call this as the starting of my human and ending of my human. Then over here, this is the head, starting of the head, and then the ending of the head. And then over here, this is the body, starting of the body and ending of the body. This is the starting of the human and ending of the human. So just like that, an HTML document will have a starting point and ending point. And in between of the start and end, there will be a head and there will be a body. Is this clear to everyone? And again, there's no point in questioning this, because have you ever questioned why does your head start? Why does your head end? Why does your body start? Why does your body end? No, right? Nobody really questions these things, right? No, HTML is not, but I would suggest that you guys just keep it short, right? So just like that, every human has a structure. Even HTML document will have a structure. Please tell me if you guys, is this example is making sense or not? I think this example is making sense. This is my human over here, right? And my human has a starting point and an ending point. There's a starting point of the head, ending point of the head, starting point of the body, ending point of the body, right? Just like that, even my HTML document, this entire thing is an HTML document. It has a starting and an ending point. In between, it has a head and it has a body. Please tell me if this is making sense or not. So there are online HTML compilers. So for the students who do not have a laptop right now, what you guys can do is you can just use an online HTML compiler. Okay. And online HTML compiler is there. And what it will allow you to do is it will allow you to create HTML files in code. All right. And you will be able to see the output over here. Okay. Use any online HTML compiler. They are available on YouTube also. You can watch any video. All right. Yes, thank you so much. Somebody said I'm making it too simple. I'm glad. That was the point. So just like that, guys, over here also, I will have a head, right? And I will have a body. Now, inside my head, I will have I wouldn't call it the brain, but I would call it just like your head has the brain. It has a lot of things, right? Eyes, nose. I don't need to tell you about that. But basically, what the head of the HTML will have is information. And the body of the HTML will have the content. So you need to understand that the head will have the information and the body will have the content. So what kind of information does the head will have? Let me just quickly show you guys. I want everyone to have a look at this. I want everyone to have a look at this image. Can everyone have a look at this image and tell me what is the difference between this, and this? What's the difference between this, this? This icon is different, firstly. There's an icon that every website gets, right? So this head will have my icon. It will have my title, because there is this title also that is there. There's this title also. There's this title also. There's this title also. Right. And this is our website. And as you can see, is this looking very nice? No, this is not at all looking very nice. I have to still come to the live server topic, by the way. I will come to the live server in after the break. Right now, just learn the theory first. Okay. Yes, exactly. Exactly, guys. So the head will contain the icon. It will contain the title. it will contain other such things as well. So did everyone understand what will the head of the HTML document contain? The head of the HTML document contains some information. It contains information, and that information is nothing but it is the title. It is the fav icon. The icon is called the fav icon, guys. This icon is what we call as a fav icon, right? And other info. Right now, I will not tell you more. And the body, right? The body of my HTML will contain all of the content, as in my headings, right? A website will have headings. It will have text, paragraphs. It will have images. It will have videos, right? So my body contains the content, whatever the user sees. The user will never see the head, right? The only part of head the user sees is this icon and this title. That is it. That is what your head of the HTML is for. And it is for other stuff that I will tell you guys about later. But the body is the main part of the website, and that is the content that a user will see. Right? So please tell me if you guys can understand this now. The fact that what does my head contain and what does my body contain? The body will contain the content. The head will contain just information. All right. The information like the title. Right. So how do I give the title? I will give the title just like this. Now look at this. I said the title is my title. So if you guys can understand, you guys can already guess the pattern of HTML. HTML has a very, very cool pattern. The pattern is whatever you want to start, you will close it. Just like in life, anything that starts comes to an end, right? Anything that goes up comes down, right? So just like life, HTML is very, very clear. Anything that will start will need to end. Be it your HTML document, be it your head, be it your title, right? Anything that will start will have to end. So your title starts, you put your title and you end it. Now, if I go to over here, right? And if I refresh, oh, my bad. If I refresh, what do you see? My website. Do you see that the title changed? And what did the title change to? Whatever I was writing over here. So if I write over here, let's say AccioJob, this becomes AccioJob, right? I will tell you how I'm seeing the output. Don't worry about the output. I have to tell you about the live server. Do not worry. I will tell you again. But right now, tell me if you guys have understood this coding part. The fact that your head will contain these things of the information, right? The title, the image, everything. But if you want to write anything in HTML, what you will say is you will make it start and you will make it stop. Anything in life starts and ends just like that. Title will start, title will end, and in between, that is what we call as life, right? We are born and we die, and whatever happens in the middle is what we call as life. Just like that, title will start, title will end. Whatever is in the middle will be the title. How does that sound? Very easy. Very, very simple, right? And again, guys, do not worry about the output. I will tell you how we are seeing this on Google Chrome. Do not worry, right? If you guys have understood this, now I can teach you that. Okay, great, great. Now let me tell you guys about how am I actually seeing this? So guys, what you need to do is, I told you guys, you will have these 4 boxes. Does everyone see this? Where my mouse is, does everyone see this? Please tell me. Extensions. What you need to do is you need to click on this extension, search for live server, live server, and click on this. This is the live server that you want, and you will install it. Okay, you will install it. Right now, I've already installed it. Just click on this button and it will install. Okay, but do this with this. Once you do that, what you will see is that over here, you will see this option of going live. Now I'll tell you why we need this. First, tell me if this is clear. Go to extensions, go to live server and install it. Okay. Is this clear? Yes, I am making you guys understand how to run it. Now you need to understand that by default, I'll tell you guys one very cool thing. So remember I talked to you guys about MS PowerPoint, MS Word, MS Paint, right? So you can open files, right? You can open files in that. You can open a Word document. You can open a Google Sheet document, right? In those applications. So even your Google Chrome, I will tell you a very fascinating thing. Even your Google Chrome can open files. All you need to do is go to Google Chrome, go to the settings and say open file. And open, what file do you want to open? Go to desktop, go to desktop, go to your first website and click on this. And this will open your website. Another way, another way of doing this is go to your desktop, open the folder, go to your index.html and say open with Google Chrome. Go to your file and say open with Google Chrome. So you will understand that you can actually open files in Google Chrome as well. And what are we opening? If you inspect element, what do you see over here? Please tell me, what do you see over here when you inspect element? Does this look the same? Does this and this look the same? It looks the same to me. Line by line, it's the same. So basically, I have opened my HTML website, right, using Google Chrome. Now, the issue with this is, I will tell you what the issue with this is. The issue is that now, anytime I change this, let's say I change this to my first website again, right? I change this to my first website and now I save this file. Right. Now I've saved this, but do you see my first website over here or do you still see AccioJob? You still see AccioJob? So my file has changed, but Google Chrome is not recognizing that change. So what will I have to do? I will have to come over here and refresh. And then I see my first website. Okay. So basically what the issue is that whatever, so somebody wanted me to repeat. So basically what you can do is go to your folder, go to your file and say, open this file with Google Chrome. And once you open this file, inspect element, you will see that whatever code we have written in my VS Code, that code you see over here. Now the issue is that if I make any change, over here, if I say title 1, title 2, title 3, right, that change is not shown over here. To see this change, what I'll have to do is I will have to refresh my file. And when I refresh my file, guys, that is when I see the change. So now this will get very annoying. Imagine you're coding. To see the change, you will have to come here and refresh. Every time you'll have to refresh. So just to avoid this refreshing, what we do is we go and we use this extension that we call as live server, go live. So click on this go live button, and once you do that, automatically your Google Chrome will open and you can see your code automatically. Right. And right now you see a lot of other things as well. Ignore that. But now what I want you to understand is that now when you change anything, now if you change anything, right? If you say AccioJob, and if you refresh, you will see that now automatically your website gets updated. Now if I say 1, 2, 3, and if I save my file, I press Control S. If I save it, this page is refreshing. So every time I save this file, this page is refreshing. So basically the extension that we downloaded, live server, what will happen is every time you save your code, your Google Chrome will refresh. And that is all. So all you need to do is you just need to run your live server. Over here, you just need to click on run live server and that's it. Okay, if that is the case, then you will have to go to settings. You will have to go to settings and search for live server or just say yes. I'll tell you what you will have to do is make Chrome as your default browser. Okay. So what you will have to do is you will have to make Chrome as your default browser, and that is why. Otherwise, it will open in Microsoft Edge, which is also fine. Let it open in Microsoft Edge. No worries about that. Okay. But did everyone understand? Just to repeat, live, go to extensions, download live server, install it. Then in your index.html file, you will see this button to go live. Just click on go live and your website should open. All right. And sometimes it will open in, for some people, it will open in Google Chrome. Some people it will not. The people, for those it will not open, it is because your Chrome is not your default browser. So you need to make Chrome your default browser. That is all. Is everyone clear? Otherwise, if you find this very difficult, just go to your website, go to your file and open it with Google Chrome. The only thing you will have to do is whatever code you're writing, you will have to refresh your Google Chrome every time. You will have to refresh to see the changes. That is all. Okay. Is this clear? Please tell me if this is clear to everyone. Yes or no? Yes. Great. Great. So guys, now we will start with the coding part. But before I start with the coding part, I think all of you guys deserve a 10-minute break today. Like I promised, I will give you guys a break today. So Kaustubh, I think it has to do something with your extension only. Please make sure you have enabled it. So after installing, you will also have to enable it. All right. And then you will see this. Not live share, go live. Kaustubh, you need to look for go live. Go live. Okay. I will have to see what error you're getting. Please send me your error. All right. Anyways, apart from that, guys, what I was saying was now I believe all of you guys deserve a 10-minute break. So I'm giving you guys a break. This is, you will be back. Please do not leave the class. You have to be back. All right. The timer is on my screen. I'm starting the timer. And when this timer is going to be 0, that is when the break is going to end. Right. Obviously. So as you guys can see, the break has started. So please be back in 10 minutes. 10 minutes is a good time. No, you will need to save the code and then run the server. Okay. Continuously, you'll have to save the code. Control S to save the code. All right. Anyways, let me just start the break. Guys, please do not leave. I will be continuing the class after the break. Do not leave. I see that people are leaving. Please, guys, do not leave. This is a break for you to rest. All right. And after the break in 10 minutes, we're going to start again and we're going to start coding. The real coding will start to happen after this break. All right. Please don't leave and be back in 10 minutes. All right. The class will start in 10 minutes. Do not leave the class at all. All right. Bye, guys, and enjoy your breaks and be back in 10 minutes. All right. Everyone, please leave a +1 when you guys are back. Right. Hello, everyone. Leave a +1 when you guys are back. And sure, I will repeat again how to go live. Don't worry about that at all. That is something that we'll be doing daily. So it is important that you understand that. And I understand that. So, okay. And guys, we have to stretch the syllabus as well. Again, there is a lot that I have to cover today. So let's just quickly, one last time, I'm explaining everyone. Right. First, tell me, is everyone here? Can I explain it again one last time? Okay, great. So what you guys need to do is downloading the extension is the easy part. I think that is something that everyone should be aware of. What you need to do is, guys, go to this extension tabs in VS Code. It says extension. If you don't know which one it is, it's just the one with the boxes, squares. Click on this one, then search over here, live server, right? And then what you need to click is click this extension by Ritvik there, right? And install it. Once you're done installing this, what you need to do is immediately you will see this go live button in your index.html. So have your index.html ready and make sure that your file is called index.html only. That is also very, very, very important, right? So have index.html written over here and then just say, just have your index file and over here say go live. When you say go live, automatically in Google Chrome, if not Google Chrome, in some other browser, that is also fine. Microsoft Edge, right, is the default browser of Microsoft. So in that browser, it will open, right? And that is completely fine. Yes, this lecture is recording. Is recorded. Don't worry about that. Yes, you will have to manually write out HTML. Please understand that is also very important. Good question. You will have to manually write .html. Okay, you will have to manually write .html. All right. Cool. Is this clear to everyone? Can we move ahead now? Guys, are we ready to move ahead? And I see a lot of you guys left the class also. Even though I told you not to, that is fine. Just watch the recordings, the people who left. All right, let's continue. Okay. So now let's come to the body part. I told you guys that the title is just, or the head is just for your basic information, right? Basic information like the title, like the image, all of that is your title, is your head component. What should I name this? My website. Okay, now we'll be talking about the body part. Now I will show you guys something, right? I told you guys that in HTML, whatever you want to start, you will have to start, right? Just like life, there is a beginning, there's a beginning, there's an ending. And whatever is in between is what we call as life, right? Just like that, in HTML also, you will have a starting. So let's say you want to give a heading, right? Or let's say you want to give a paragraph. You want to write a paragraph. P stands for paragraph. You will start a paragraph tag. This is P, by the way. You will start a paragraph tag. You will close a paragraph tag. And in between, you will write some text. And that will be your paragraph. Now look at this. I will go over here. What I will do now is, guys, I will have this like this. Okay. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open a paragraph tag, P tag, right? P for paragraph, P for paragraph, right? And now I'm going to write something like hello world. Do you see hello world on the screen? So what did I just do? Whatever I write, right? Whatever I write will be over here. Hello world 1, 2, 3. I'll see hello world 1, 2, 3. Hello world 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll see that, right? And I can write as many paragraphs as I want to, right? And these paragraphs can also be very, very large, by the way, right? So let me copy some large text. Let me copy this text. I'm going to copy this text and I'm going to paste this in my paragraph. Look at this. Right. If I go to my website, do you see this? I see this paragraph. So whatever I write over here will be shown on the screen. How is that? So don't worry, you have missed a lot, but the student who was late, I will say now just watch the lecture, but the recording will be available. So you will have to watch the recording. Okay. And anyways, so now just like this, I can have multiple paragraphs also, right? Look at this. So I'll copy another paragraph. Let's copy this paragraph. Let me paste this. So what do I see? I see this now. So are you guys seeing? Can you imagine how Wikipedia was built? Do you understand what I just did? In my body tag, I have two paragraphs. So I started one paragraph, I ended one paragraph, then I have another paragraph, and I ended this paragraph. And in between of this, I have some content. Now, whatever is in between will be shown on the screen. The P tags are not shown, guys, if you notice. The P tags are not shown. Only the content is shown. The P tag is never shown. Can you guys see how HTML is working? I think it is very intuitive, right? Any person can understand it quickly. Very, very simple. So again, the funda is, this is the last time I'm explaining the funda. HTML works on the funda of life, right? There will be a beginning. There will be a beginning and there will be an end. And in the middle, whatever is there is what we call as life. Just like that, in your code, right? In your code, there's a beginning and there's an end, and whatever is in the middle is shown on the screen. There's a beginning of a P tag. P tag stands for paragraph. You're writing a paragraph, right? Does this make sense? Now you guys can already imagine, that if I go to Wikipedia, and inside Wikipedia, I search for Apple Incorporation. What do you see? Do you see paragraphs? One paragraph, second paragraph, third paragraph, fourth paragraph. Do you see the paragraph already? Right. Do you want to test the theory? Now let's test our theory. That is this a paragraph? So what I will do is I will select this, right? I will select it and I will inspect element. When I inspect element, do you see a P tag? Do you guys see this P tag? Do you see this P tag? At the end of the day, even Wikipedia is using P tags. But in between of these P tags, there are these headings. There's a big heading over here. There's a big heading over here. This is a big heading, right? This is a heading. So between of text, there are headings also. So how do I make headings now? That is the $1,000,000 question now. So paragraphs, everyone has understood how to make paragraphs, but how do I make headings? Again, that is very, very simple. Now, just like we made these paragraphs, we'll make headings. So heading is an H1. Heading 1. Now I will tell you the logic between H1. So there is an H1. Okay. There is a H2. There's an H2. Okay. There is an H3. Okay. What do you see? In all of these headings, what do you see, guys? They're becoming smaller, right? So H1 was the biggest heading. H2 is a little smaller. H3 is even a little more smaller. I can have multiple H1s. That is not the pain, right? I can have multiple H1s. But by default, what HTML has done is there are headings, there are large headings, smaller headings, medium-sized headings. Now, HTML doesn't know what heading you want. Maybe a user wants a larger heading. Maybe a user wants a subheading. Maybe a user wants the subheading inside the subheading, right? HTML, nobody knows. So HTML, what they have done is the people who have built HTML, they have given us 6 headings. So H1, H2, H3, there is an H4, there is an H5, there is an H6, right? So H4, H5, and H6. And every heading is smaller. So H1 being the largest, H2 being a little smaller, H3 being a little more smaller, H4 being a little more smaller, H5 and H6. Is this making sense, guys? Now, if you want to try H7 also, you can. See, one good thing about HTML is that it will never give you an error. HTML is a very nice language. It will never give you an error. But do you see that there is a breakage? Do you see how heading 6 is still a little bolded? Heading 7 looks like a normal text. And I will show you something even more fascinating. If I write my heading 7 in a P tag, these two look exactly the same. It's a paragraph. Exactly. Exactly. It's a normal text. So H7 becomes a normal text. HTML doesn't give me an error. It doesn't say that, oh, you have used H7, H7 doesn't exist. It says that, you know what? It is a paragraph only. Normal text. Right. But till H6, do you guys see what is happening? Please tell me if this is making sense to you guys. The fact that H1 means the biggest heading, heading 1. H2 is like subheading, a little smaller. H3 is even more smaller. H4 is even more smaller. H5 is even more smaller. And H6 is even more smaller. But your paragraph is somewhere between H3 and H4. I think it's H4 only. Paragraph is the same height as H4. If I have these next to each other, yeah, I think they are the same size. The only issue is this is not bolded, this is bolded. Right. Anyways. So please tell me if you guys understood this. So now tell me, guys, can you create this Wikipedia page? Because see, it has a large heading and then it has somewhere a smaller heading. Then it has a medium size heading, right? Can you see? Please tell me if this is making sense. These are all subheadings, right? Then there is this also. This can also be called as a heading technically. See, now look at this. Larger, this is probably an H4, this is an H5, right? Or this is an H3 and this is an H5 because H4. This and this look the same size. Do you guys understand what is happening? Right. So if I ask you to create something like this, can you create now? A lot of text and in between of text, we have headings. Can you create something like this now? Based on this only. I will create it in front of you. Look at this. We'll have Apple Incorporation over here. Then after Apple Incorporation, let's ignore all of this. Then just have the first para, right? The first para will be your P tag, right? After that, what will we have? After that, we have a lot of other P tags also. Let me just copy this P tag, okay? And let me just add this P tag, right? Then after adding this P tag, what else? What will we have? Will I have over here? Now, let's have this history tag. Now, I will give this probably an H3 and I'll say history. Do you see how this is looking already? Apple Inc., a big heading, then 2 paragraphs. Then after 2 paragraphs, I have a smaller heading, maybe an H2, if not H3, H2, right? And after this H2, do you see something? There's a line. There is a line, right? How do I create a line now? You can even create a line in HTML. How do you create it? By using the HR tag. What does the HR tag stand for? Horizontal rule. HR tag stands for not human resources, horizontal rule. It's a horizontal line, right? And by the way, guys, there are certain tags which close on their own. So you don't have to always do this. Okay, if I do this, this will probably not work. Let me see. I don't know if this will work. Yeah, this is also working. So you can do this, or some tags can be self-closing. So these tags are called as self-closing. Because again, in between of line, you will not really have anything. A line is a line. So you will just add this. Yes, you can even add images. Don't worry about that. We'll talk about that. So that is something that is a good question. Somebody is asking me, there are so many Wikipedia pages. So where are these HTML codes stored? So these, I will tell you what Wikipedia has done. They haven't made individual pages. What Wikipedia has done is Wikipedia has a template and it uses that template. Okay. So Wikipedia was a little smart about these things. And yeah, so Wikipedia has a template. that Wikipedia uses. All right. I will tell you that later. Don't worry. Right now, tell me if this is making sense to you guys or not. Please tell me so far if this is making sense. We have heading. We have 6 headings. Heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, heading 5, heading 6. Then we have p tags. Then over here we have line also. Now you can also do different things. Inside your p tag, if you want to make anything bolded, you can do this. Look at this. Do you see what is the difference between this and this? A little bolded. How did I make it bolded? By using this B. So what did I say? I said inside my P tag, this thing is bolded. B for bolded. I can even italicize it. Now it is italicized, right? It's a little slanted, right? I can even make it underlined. Now it is underlined. Do you see this? So what is happening is you can have some random text. Let me get rid of this right now. I don't want to confuse you guys with a lot of text, right? I can have some words, right? Hi, hello, how are you? I can have random text. And what I can do is I can decide what word I want bolded. Let's say I want hello as bolded. So I will use B. B for bold. So I'll bold this. Or I will use I. I for italicize. Right? Or I'll use U. U for underline. Did you guys understand this? So inside my P tag only, I can make things italicized, bolded. So if you go over here in the Wikipedia page, do you see how in between of text? In between of text, certain texts are tilted, italicized. Certain texts are underlined, right? Certain texts are bolded. Look at this. Randomly, this is bolded. So this is how Wikipedia is doing it. This is also italicized. So they have a P tag. Inside the P tag, they have U tag, I tag, italicize, bold. You can even use strong. So just like there is bold, you can even use strong. And what does strong do? It makes it bolded. Right? Does this make sense, guys? Color I will teach tomorrow. Do not worry about the position and the images, etc. All of that will come tomorrow. Right now, we're building the structure. Right? So please tell me if this is making sense, guys. So far. So what all have we learned? We have learned H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6, P tag, bold, italicized, underline, HR, horizontal rule, and not human resources. Right? Yes, there's an EM tag also. EM tag also italicizes it. Okay. What else? So now there are a lot of other things as well. Right? So just like this, there you can also make buttons. All you need to do is say this. Button. And you can create a button. And now this is a button. Isn't this how buttons look like? I can click on this now. Right? And just like this button, you can also create input. Sometimes you need to take an input from the user. And you can take input from the user. So guys, what is this? I can type over here, right? What is Google? If I go to google.com, I can type over here. How can I type over here? Because it's taking input from the user. So how do I take input from the user? By using this input tag. And input tag has a type. So sometimes you say input tag as text. So if you say input type is text, you will take text. If I say number, I will only be taking a number. Now look at this. I'm trying to type. Nothing is happening, but I can only type numbers. I'm trying to type ABC. I wish I could show you that, but I'm trying to type ABC. Can you hear me try to type something? It's not working. Right. Now I can only type 1, 2, 3. Right. There's an input type of password also. What is input type password? This. So that you cannot see my password. Even if I've written my Gmail password, you cannot see it. Why? Because it's dot, 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 dot. Right. Apart from that, there is input type date. Meaning, if you want to pick someone's birthday, right? Pick someone's date. There's input type file. meaning you can choose files. So just like this, there are a lot of things in HTML, right? A lot of things, right? You can take input from the user, you can create buttons, you can take any input you want to, text, password, email. Look at this. You can even take an email as an input. So now if I type something random, it will not really do anything. But if I have it as an email, right? Now this will work. Okay. Yeah. In normal text, see, in normal text, you can put anything. In normal text, you can put anything. Text, you can put text and numbers, right? Then other than that, what else does it have? Let's say, what does this have? Let's go scroll down. Let's see. Over here, it's not there. Yeah, over here. What is this? Can I call this as a list? Can I call this as a list? Right. Now I want to show you guys something. So something very amazing about HTML is, let's say I want to create a grocery list. Let's say I am creating a grocery list. Okay. And what will my grocery list have? Let's say I give it a p tag only and I say 1 bread, right? Then I need to say something like 2 butter, right? Then I'll say something like 3. What is 3? Let's say bread, butter, almonds. I don't know why I thought of almonds. Then let's do what else? Milk, right? Then let's do chocolate. Now, do you notice something? What did I forget? What have I forgotten, guys? Exactly. I forgot the order. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 1. So now this means a human will have to manually enter the list, right? Is that a good thing? No, that is not a good thing. Even if you go create a Google Doc, look at this. If I create a Google Doc in front of you guys, right? If I create a new Google Doc in front of you guys and if I type 1, now I can automatically write a list. If I enter 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Do I need to take care of the numbers in a normal Google Doc? No, right? So why should I take care of numbers in a website? So just like that, there is a provision for that also. And that is what we call as an ordered list. So we call that as an ordered list. So what you need to do that is say OL. OL is your ordered list. Then you need to say LI. LI stands for list item. And then what you need to do? You can just create a list item. Now look at this. Bread, butter, milk, chocolate. Do you see what I've done? I have created an ordered list, ordered meaning numbered 1, 2, 3, 4. And every list has list items, LI. So OL stands for ordered list, LI stands for list item. So every list item I have, I'll see 1, 2, 3, 4 over here. Right? LI. I don't need to maintain numbers now. I can just move on with my life. Right? Toffees. I can just move on with my life. I can keep on writing lists, right? Almonds, wheat. Look at this. I'm just writing names and I'm getting numbers automatically. Isn't this better? Exactly. So we can have an ordered list, which is list items, bread, butter. Just write the list items and LI. LI means list item. That will take care of the numbers. If I don't add an LI, look at what will happen. No number. It's not a list item. It's not in the list. Why should it give it a number? So if you want a number, you will have to give the list item. So over here, what do you think Wikipedia has done? Previous CEOs is written in H2, H3, something like that, right? H3. And then we have an ordered list, and that ordered list has list items 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just like this. And even this indentation is working. Look at this. This is over here. This is a little to the right. Just like over here, previous CEOs on the left, and then this is a little to the right. Look at this. Look at the accuracy, right? Similarly, you can even give an unordered list. So there's an OL which is ordered list and an unordered list is bulleted list. Just change the OL to UL. What is UL? Unordered list. Guys, are you guys understanding? So what is HTML used for? HTML is used to build an overall structure of the entire page, an overall huge structure of the page. Please tell me if this is making sense to everyone, because this is very important. Why are we using HTML? We are using HTML to build an overall structure to the page, and that is it. Very good question. So, Chrome got created using some other technology, right? It's just at the end of the day, all big programs or all big applications are coded using the main Java, C++, all of these old, very strong programming languages, right? So first, tell me, is everyone getting to understand what is HTML? At the end of the day, guys, HTML is all about, let me just brief you guys. HTML is all about, it's just an HTML opening tag. There's obviously a head tag. There's some information in the head tag. And the main thing is in my body tag. The main thing is in my body tag. And inside my body tag, I can have H1 heading. I can have a P tag. Inside these, I can have bolded, italicized, underlined, HRs, horizontal rulings, right? Obviously, I'll have to close all of these, right? Other than that, I can have input. I can take input as a number, as a date, as a file, as a text, as a password, as an email, right? And what else? I can make buttons, right? I can do all of these things. Now, one last thing that is left is, if I go to this website, do you see that there are these blue? If I go to Wikipedia, do you see these in the middle of these P tags? There is this blue text. What is this blue text? If I click on it, I go to some other page. Have you thought about this? That if I click on this, I go to some other page. Right? I go to some other page. Every time I click on this blue thing, I go to somewhere else. What is this? Hyperlink. It's a link. Exactly. So how do I make sure that, let's say I want to make hello as clickable. How do I do that? How do I make sure that hello is clickable? So I'll tell you, guys, that is very simple. All you need to do is just type A. A stands for anchor tag. A stands for anchor tag. Okay. And just say ahref and say https or give any website. Let's say www.google.com. Now look at this. Hello is blue and it is clickable. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that what we wanted? All I did was any word that you want to click on, just wrap it with an A tag. A tag meaning anchor tag. And just give an href. Href meaning hyper reference, hyperlink reference. Href stands for hyperlink reference. And this is just a fancy way of saying website link. So basically what you need to do is give it a reference to whatever website you want to go to. So whenever I click on hello, I will go to google.com and I need to say HTTPS so that it goes to a specific page. Give me a second. What is wrong? HTTPS. Yeah, now I'm going to google.com. Right. So what did you do? You just said an ahref, and whenever you click it, right, you will now go to google.com. If I want to go to facebook.com, I can just say facebook.com. If I click over here, I'll go to facebook.com. Right. Similarly, if I say youtube.com, I'll go to youtube.com. I can even say /@AccioJob to go to AccioJob's website. Right? Are you guys seeing what is happening? So basically in my Wikipedia, what is all of this blue text? Nothing but it is an ahref. Ahref meaning anchor tag. href meaning whatever website you want to redirect when the user clicks on it. Just that. Please tell me if this is making sense. So guys, whenever you want to make a text clickable and you want to say that whenever the user clicks on this text, I want the user to go somewhere, right? What you will do is you will say that this text will have an A tag, right? I can even make a new word. Let me make a new word to help you guys understand. Over here, let's say I want to give a heading and I want to give the heading as click me or google.com. Look at this. I have an H1. If I'm clicking this H1, is something happening? First tell me, if I'm clicking this H1, is something happening? No, nothing is happening. I want to say that whenever I click this H1, I want to actually go to google.com. How do I do that? All I need to do is say I need to say ahref is equal to https, the full website. See, you'll have to put the full link. Okay. And then just cut this and put this inside this. So what did I say? Now my H1, my heading is now inside an ahref, meaning that it is clickable. If I click this now, I will go to google.com. Why will I go to google.com and not facebook.com? Because over here, I have written google.com. So even though over here, I can say whatever I want to, I can say click me. I can say ABCD, right? I can say whatever I want to, but whenever I click this, where am I going? I am going to https www.google.com. Why? Because it is in my reference. Please tell me if everyone understood this. Basically, if you want to make any text clickable, you will just put that text and then wrap it with ahref. And that's it. Right? Great. So guys, if you now what I will do is I will share this code with you, this PDF that I have created, right? These are my notes. I want everyone to have these notes. Okay. I've sent it a lot of times. I think everyone should have received them, right? Okay, I've sent it a lot of times so that nobody forgets about them. And if you go scroll down to HTML, CSS, you will see that this, I've written the code, I've explained headings, I've explained paragraphs, span tag, I will explain tomorrow, links, href, list I explained, ordered list, unordered list, right? Form. See, form, I would say you don't need to worry about right now because it is not in the scope of our class, but I've still added forms. If you want to take email, name, message from the user, right? And that's it. This is the basics of HTML. Yes, I will share this. So that is what we did, right? If you want to add an A tag in the middle of a paragraph, we have done that only over here. Have a look at this. What is this? My P tag. Inside the P tag, I have some text, and then I have an A tag, and then I have some text, and then I have some text. So basically, whatever is outside this P tag, right? Whatever is outside this P tag, whatever is outside is not clickable. The only thing that is clickable is this, whatever is over here inside. Please tell me if this is making sense. Right. Other than that, what I wanted to say was, okay, so I will finally, is everyone done? Basics, is the basics clear to everyone? I will see, guys, we have 2 more days, we have 3 days. We'll be learning about it daily only. Uh, okay, then please open the file like I taught you and you will have to refresh. All right. There must be some issue, but okay. If you guys have understood this, again, do not worry about anything. We still have 2, 3 days. I will continue. HTML is something we're going to do daily. So don't worry. HTML, everyone will learn. I want you guys to look at what we'll be building. Right. I want you to look at that. This is what we'll be building. Okay, let it load. Give it some time. Just a second. I will have to delete this. I was not aware that these lines are still here. Okay. So guys, this is what we'll be building. Just a second. I am so sorry about these things. All right. So this is what we'll be building, and I want to just show you guys about how simple it is to build this. I know right now this might seem very, very complicated, right? This is basically what we'll be building tomorrow and day after tomorrow. This is the website that we'll be building. Obviously, instead of my picture, you will have your picture because it is your website, right? So don't worry about that. And I think my system is lagging, right, guys? Let me switch off my camera. Is my system still lagging? Okay. Can you guys hear me now? I am from CS branch only. Okay. For some reason, my system is lagging, guys. I'll have to figure out why it is lagging. Just a second. Nothing as such is running, but okay. So what I wanted to tell you guys was, I'm so sorry. I'll have to switch off my camera for the last few minutes of the class because again, my system is lagging. Anyways. So guys, on my screen, I have the design of what we will be building. Tomorrow, I have to show you this tomorrow, but today I'm just quickly showing it to tell you guys that we have already learned how to build this. So ignore this. This is the image. I haven't taught you how to write or build images. I will teach you that tomorrow. Right. Right now, tell me if you guys know how to write a heading. Do you guys know how to write a heading? Yes. Great. Do you guys know how to write a paragraph? Ignore this. Yes, you do. Do you guys know how to give a horizontal line? Yes, you know how to create a horizontal line. Do you know how to give a heading? Yes. Do you know how to give an ordered list? 1, 2, 3. Do you know how to write this 1, 2, 3 using ordered list? Yes. Do you know how to give this UL, unordered list, using these bullets? Yes. So if you think about it, this left side, I have taught you almost fully this left side, right? Ignore these vertical lines. We'll build these vertical lines using CSS, right? Ignore that there is a color change of this text. I will teach you guys that tomorrow, right? But if I teach you guys like this right now, you know, this left side of the website, right? Am I correct or am I correct? And even this image part, by the way, guys, even the image part is not tough. Look at this. I will show you guys how to create an image also. In 2 seconds, I will show you guys. So if you want to create an image, all you need to say is IMG, right? All you need to say is IMG, and then what you need to give it is give it a source. So image needs a look, image needs an image source, right? What image do you want to display? So if I right now just have image, you will see that I have nothing. Even if I write this, then I see this. What is this? This is the error, right? That there is no image to be loaded. Now look at this amazing thing. What I will do is I will go to Google Chrome. Inside Google Chrome, I'm going to write cats and dogs only. Okay. And let me go to images. And I will copy this image. What will I will do is I will copy this image. I will click on this and I'll say copy image address. Please look at this. I am saying copy image address. Okay. Everyone can do this. Go to Google Chrome, go to Google Images and copy image address. And then what you will do is in your image SRC, just paste this. And now if you go to your website, you will see the image. So what I've done is I have added my image successfully. I have successfully added my image. How? By just saying image. This is a self-closing tag like my HR. And I'm saying source. Source is equal to the link, the image address. And that is it. So you can even add images by saying SRC and this is the image address. Go to Google and copy any image, whatever image you like. If you like this image, click on this, say copy image address. Copy image address. This is important. And this will give you the link of that file. And just pass in the link. Some images will be very, very long. And that's it. Even this is working. All right. So see, I understand. I will teach that tomorrow. Okay, yes. You can change the width and height. You can even change the width by saying this, width 500. See, it has become bigger. If I make width as 800, it'll become even bigger. Right. So there are a lot of things that you can do. I will teach all of those things to you guys. Guys, be patient. Imagine that 2 hours ago, you guys did not even know what HTML was. And within 2 hours, just imagine within 2 hours, you guys are able to create a website looking just like Wikipedia. And by the way, let me tell you, Wikipedia is still one of the most popular websites on the planet. Imagine if just 2 hours of learning can teach you so much, then imagine that we have 3 more days like this. Tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and the 2nd October. So 30th September, 1st October, and 2nd October. We have still 3 more days, 6 more hours. Imagine in just 2 hours, if you learn so much, what will 6 hours teach you? Right. So I hope everyone is a little more excited on learning about this HTML and how to do that, how to work on it. Again, I don't want you to rush. I don't want you to learn everything in one day. Right. Please tell me if today's topics everyone understood. Today's topics being what is HTML? What is H1? What is body tag, head tag, title tag, H1 tag, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6, P tag, anchor tag, right? HR, button, input, unordered list, ordered list, image. Please tell me if everyone has understood these things. Yes? Great, great. Right. So good job, guys. Today's session was amazing. I personally think it was amazing. Image address, guys, you can get from the internet for now. I will also teach you guys how to get your personal images. Don't worry about that. I will teach you guys how to get personal images. Do not worry, guys. Images is a long thing. I will teach it tomorrow again. Don't worry. Everything I will teach tomorrow. Right now, tell me if you guys understood anything. Even if you understood any basics, that was today's class about. Right. Thank you so much, guys. Again, my system is lagging a little. Otherwise, I would have switched on my camera. I'm really sorry for my camera. I will fix it by tomorrow. But yes, I hope to see you tomorrow, guys. Same timing, 8 to 10 p.m. I know tomorrow is a Saturday, but don't think tomorrow is a holiday. Tomorrow, 8 to 10 p.m. Again, we'll be here. Right. 8 to 10 p.m. again tomorrow. And please, if you have any doubts, reach out to us in the WhatsApp group. Right. And yes. Thank you so much for giving me your time. And it is a pleasure teaching you all. You guys are an amazing batch. This is by far my favorite batch. I will not lie. And yes, let's meet tomorrow, 8 to 10 p.m. Now you guys can go carry on with your Friday nights. Enjoy, watch some movies, right? Have some good food. And I will see you tomorrow, 8 to 10 p.m. Thank you so much. Yes, somebody is asking that yes, websites do contain of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. But this course is just for HTML and CSS. JavaScript you will also teach through Accio only if you carry forward. But in this beginner-friendly course, HTML, CSS is enough. Okay. All right. I will teach you a little about JavaScript also soon. Don't worry about that. Anyways, I hope to see you guys tomorrow, 8 to 10 p.m. Please be there. Yes, don't worry about the practice of program. There are plenty of days to do that. Trust me, today was the first day. Just enjoy today. You learned something new. Just enjoy that. Tomorrow, I will teach again some new topics and we'll go deeper into this coding world, right? Into the world of coding. Don't worry about it. All right. Bye-bye, guys. Good night and take care. And I hope to see you tomorrow, 8 to 10 p.m. Please be there. Thank you so much for giving me your time.